Hey everybody, just before the episode begins, I want to let you guys know that there's a few audio problems. This is our first time recording with all of us in the same room at a table, so every once in a while when we put something down, you hear it, and there's some weird audio issue that plays at around the 51-minute mark. Just wanted to apologize for it and just let you guys know beforehand, but yeah, enjoy the show. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. This is so fucking weird doing it.
I know. I was about to say, yeah.
Welcome to our first in-person episode where we're recording together.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated, like fully, so no one's getting COVID. At least in my case.
We're all fine. We're all responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our newest episode of Cram Jam, episode 8. We're getting close to 10. I think we should do something fun for 10.
We should talk about Team 10.
We should talk about Team 10 for 10 hours.
It'll be a 10-hour live stream that we do.
Yeah.
I think it should be fun.
Yeah.
But so yeah, today we're talking about terrible musicals. We don't have a set one musical per person rule. We're just going.
Yeah.
So let's just start.
Yeah, so for those of you at home that keep telling us, you guys really like the episodes with structure, this is not one of them.
Yeah.
So,
woo! Suck it up, you little
Never is.
Yeah,
It mostly
enjoy.
isn't.
Yeah.
So let's just begin.
Okay, Anthony, you want to go first?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's pause. We literally talked about introducing ourselves and then didn't.
They know
yeah.
us. If you're at the 9th episode and you don't know who we are, go to jail.
So wait till next week, then go to jail. This is episode 8.
We can just introduce ourselves at the end. Don't worry about it. Let's just do that at the end.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm Jack, also known as Peebus.
I am Chris, also known as Erica.
I'm Marcus, also known as Goon Guy.
I'm Anthony, known as Lamp.
And
Anthony Lamb.
What?
Anthony Bad Lamb.
Wow,
Did
Marcus
I
actually,
stutter?
Yeah.
no.
Marcus didn't fuck up, but then heard Anthony fuck up. But somehow.
in his own head.
In his own head.
I'm gaslighting all of you.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So Anthony, you begin.
Absolutely. Okay, so
Oh, he's got notes on his phone.
my first musical is called Spies Are Forever.
Oh my gosh, yes.
You must have searched for this.
I know this
No?
musical.
No,
It's
no, no,
great.
no. I had my Google Home on one day just playing musicals, and I think I was playing Odyssey actually, and the song came on, and my mouth just dropped because I'll read the chorus to you. I once was a spy, but I can't be a spy again. I once was a spy. How could I be a spy again? I once was a spy, but what if I was a spy again? If a spy is a spy, I once was a spy, then I could be a spy again. This musical is fucking atrocious.
What's it called again?
Spies Are Forever.
Did you do any more research for it?
I've listened to a couple of the songs, yes.
Okay.
Would you like to hear more of the synopsis?
Yeah.
So
I'd like to hear any of this.
I'd like to hear a character name.
So Curtis is the main character.
Oh.
And he used to be a spy, if you couldn't guess already. What?
No way.
But he stopped being a spy because tragically he killed his partner and became a raging alcoholic.
Wait. Why did he kill his partner?
He
fun?
accidentally killed his partner. And he became a raging alcoholic and stopped being a spy because of this.
I feel like it's necessary to know how. Did he shoot him?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But
How do you
anyways,
do that on accident?
He was really drunk already.
Yeah.
And he didn't take the hint that the alcohol was the problem.
I guess.
He was just really sad that day.
So he felt like shooting his partner.
by the way, if you think that the spy again part was just him, you're fucking dead wrong. There is also 3 other characters that sing a song pertaining to being a spy again.
Great.
There's also a love song, and at the end they're like, "No, this is weird." They just stop.
That's actually really good.
That's actually great.
Anyways, backtracking to, I'm gonna spoil it for everyone. Backtracking to when he killed his partner. It turns out the evil guy in this situation is his partner, who did not die, in fact. And they fight. He almost kills him. And then he's like, you know what, I'll be a spy again. So now they're all spies. And then there's the final number, and it's spy again, reprised.
Let's just spy again over and over and over again.
I'm a spy again.
I'm a spy.
if you want to pitch yourself silly, just fucking listen to one of their songs.
Is it on Spotify?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so after you listen to this podcast, everybody, you should put it in your queue, this spy musical.
And then get out of this right now.
Yeah.
And then just search Spy Again and just cue it right up.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Cue the whole album.
You'll listen to this entire podcast, and then the next song that cues up, you're not going to understand what the fuck is going on for about 2 seconds. And then you'll just hear, I want to be a spy again, I want to be a spy.
I imagine it like a Hamilton-style rap song.
Oh my gosh, yes. Please.
All right, that's
Manuel
good.
Miranda's finest.
I was about to do an impression, but I'm choosing not to.
My name is...
Marcus, what do you have?
I'm going with the basic answer of fuck Grease, Grease, which is a shame because I like the open in the movie. I like the opening song, like the opening song of Grease. That is
Summer Lovin', you mean?
Yeah.
I love
Summer Nights.
Yeah.
I always call it Summer Lovin',
But-
but that's
but-
the song from Regular Show.
Yeah, that one, but also like the intro, like the old. You know how it's
Oh, like the animated intro? Mm-hmm. You want to know a fucking funny story about that?
What?
My father, when he was young, that movie came out in like 79, so my dad was like 9. and so when he was younger, he saw that and he was like, oh, this is great. This is sick. It's like a fun animated movie.
Yeah.
And for the rest of it, he was like, I wish I could fucking die. Because the rest of that fucking movie is awful.
No, yeah. My point being, like, it's a very rapey type of musical. It's not. There's. It starts off really strong, and then there's just like, and then.
I'm gonna interject again.
Okay.
Because I performed that song recently with a couple of friends of ours, and what are you doing?
Change the gain, mate. Shut up. Don't worry.
I'd rather it be louder so I don't have to do more editing.
Yeah, wait, can we... How's it sound now?
It's fine. Look at it.
I can't stop it at this
Look,
point.
you can see it. Look.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, so
I just didn't want it red anymore. That's fine.
and so I just performed that recently. I'm gonna remind you of some of the lyrics in that opening number.
I'm gonna regret saying this.
Tell me more.
Okay.
Was it love at first sight? Tell me more. Did she put up a fight?
Yep.
I hate that
Yep.
so awful.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not good. Like
It has aged so poorly.
when it came out, it was bad.
I want to interject real quick. The guy who says that she put up a fight goes, "Did she put up a fight?"
Yeah, it's like.
And I'll remind you again, his name is Kaniki.
Awful.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
His name is Kaniki.
I was asked to
That's
play
atrocious.
that part, and I said yes at first, and then I realized I don't want to play a character named Kaniki, and so I
For
said
any
no.
reason.
Who named him that? Where did that come from?
Some idiot in 78.
They're
I'm
like,
gonna look up if that's a common name.
what should we date what should we name the date rape character? Oh, Kaniki. Why did you have that? Why was that such a
Because John
quick...
Travolta's already taken.
But yeah, I don't know. Like when I watch the movie, I'm more so seeing this in like because I've never seen the musical itself. I think this still counts as
It's the same.
It's the same.
exact
Yeah,
same.
the plot doesn't. It's dumb. It's just a bunch of like teenagers hanging out, but like not in the cool way, not in like the dazed and confused way. It's in the It's in
Doing
the
drugs way.
It's just in like in the an uninteresting type of like garbage way. I literally could not tell you a single thing that happens in the movie except for that rape part, and then also that part where they're like dancing in the cafeteria, where they're like swing dancing. That was cool.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
I
well,
remember
it was
the
cool.
scene where they're in the Grease Lightning scene where they're talking about cars and it's
yeah.
all just the car dudes.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
fucking-
that
The
part.
whole thing is like a. I'm pretty sure Grease Lightning. The whole thing is supposed to be like a homophobic euphemism.
Oh my gosh,
lovely,
really?
lovely.
I think it is.
Lovely.
Oh.
So there's every aspect of this is just dumb, and then at the end, the goddamn ending of like the girl changed. Okay, when I watched it for the first time, I was like, what is the ending gonna be? How is the girl going to change for the guy? Oh my god. she changes immensely with her appearance, how she like talks, just for this stupid guy.
She just becomes John Travolta.
No, literally, and I'm like, what the fuck? I did not think there was gonna like. Is this the end of the fucking musical?
Yeah, and then they fly away.
And then they fly away to the Scooby-Doo. Great song.
What?
It was awful.
Also, I want to add, do you know the game theory behind that?
Yeah.
Do you?
No, yeah, please tell me about it. I don't know it.
Yeah, so the theory behind the like fan theory of the ending of that is that they actually drowned at the beginning.
Thank God.
Because yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But they actually drowned, and the rest of it is like a sort of like what would have happened, or like them in the afterlife, and that's why for the whole movie it's totally normal, but at the end they fly away in their fucking car.
Yeah.
That's the explanation. But then there was a Grease 2, which is even worse.
Yeah, let's watch a Grease 2 and review it. I think it'd be fun.
No.
More.
Let's fucking not.
Apparently some of the songs in it are okay, but
Okay, and that's exactly how I feel about Grease 1. Is like some songs are good, and then I'm like, oh, that lyric insinuates something that I hate so much.
oh yeah.
So I have a very basic bitch answer for this question. Probably the easiest musical for anyone that doesn't super like musicals to say is an awful musical, and for anyone in the musical world, this is a very divisive musical. I have Cats the musical,
I fucking knew
which
it.
is
I knew
my
it. I
least...
looked at them and I mouthed
Yep.
Cats.
Oh, I know. I
Like-
saw. This is my least favorite musical of all time. Is the only reason I'm still choosing this one for this, because I very much hate this musical. I mean, I understand like okay, so I saw a production of this show when I was pretty young, and I enjoyed the dance, I enjoyed the singing, I enjoyed all of that. But what I hated about the show was that there was literally no plot whatsoever to the fucking show. And I have had debates with people about this and arguments with the people about this many times about whether or not there is a plot to the show. And some people are like, there is a plot and it's super obvious. And I was like, okay, well, how many times have you seen the show? And they're like, yeah, 13 times. And I'm like, okay, well, what time did you see the show when you figured that out? And they went the 8th time.
When did you find the
yeah.
plot?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
And they still continued to watch it after they discovered what was wrong with it.
Here's the thing. Hold on. For those of you who don't know, maybe even at this table, I'm going to describe in very basic terms the plot of Cats.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of humanoid cat aliens called Jellicle cats, and they are competing to get to the afterlife.
They're trying to die?
One of them
Okay.
gets to the afterlife, which is called the Heaviside Layer. These are based on like short poems and like poetic stories by T.S. Eliot.
Yeah.
This is real.
This is it. This is literally what
This
it is.
is real life. These cats actually do this in real life.
Shut the fuck up.
There's like Cats lore. Oh
Yeah,
my
it is.
God.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
That's the story.
I mean, yeah,
we
I
talked
know.
about it a couple episodes ago. I have changed my overall opinion on Cats. I still think it's a bad musical, but
Yes.
that's because I don't like Andrew Lloyd Webber because I think he's a hack and his music's fucking garbage.
What about Jesus Christ Superstar?
That was my other option I was gonna go with. Okay,
Jesus
but
Christ
that was,
Superstar.
That was a lot more controversial
Yeah.
because, like, okay, well, Cats. Everyone's shit on Cats before. Jesus Christ Superstar is a commonly liked musical, but I personally hate it because it also has, unless you know the story, like if you didn't already know the story of the Bible, it has no plot to it.
No.
It's literally has zero dialogue, and it's just the songs, which aren't necessarily plot driving songs. So it's like I remember looking at it and going like, you know, I was my name is Chris. I was raised in a household that was religious, and I was like, I know the plot. I know the plot of a story, but at the same time, I can't tell what's happening in this story. Like, I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Well, 3 of us at the table are Jewish, so immediately I'm like, who's the superstar?
Yeah.
Zero of us at the table are Jewish.
Or like like racially Jewish, I should say.
Yeah, ethnically Jewish.
I still am not.
Are you serious?
I still
He's
am not.
adopted.
My dad's adopted. His adopted dad's adopted, and then his adopted mother was adopted into Judaism.
That still counts.
My grandmother remarried a Jew.
That. All right.
Which actually, I've been to temple more times than church in my life.
That counts.
I guess it
I've never been
does,
to
technically.
temple.
I know
Yeah.
more about Judaism than Christianity.
Yeah.
But let's talk about musicals again.
Yeah.
Back to Jesus Christ Superstar. I've never seen the musical in full. I was told to audition for Jesus Christ musical. Fuck.
Jesus Christ, the musical.
The musical.
Jesus Christ, the musical. 2.
Marcus had just taken a sip of something, so he
Marcus
stepped away.
has gone to go cough up the drink that he was just drinking.
That's fucking hilarious.
Did it come out of your nose?
No, but like my nose was running after that.
Oh, anyways, I've never seen the musical in full, but I do like 2 of the songs that I've heard from it. What's the Buzz and This Jesus Must Die. I just like the What's the Buzz is just kind of like
We gotta
catchy,
do
it's
something
fun.
about this Jesus.
And for Jesus, This Jesus Must Die, I just like the vocal ranges and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love some of the music in it. All of the bad guy songs in that show, I think slap. You know, I enjoyed them.
I love Norm Lewis, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean I love the Pontius Pilate and all of his parts. I love that whole part. However, my main criticism of the show is that it doesn't have a plot. Like if you don't like already know the plot, you know, like that's the whole problem. And the production I did of it had its own issues that added on to it that made it even less clear what the plot was. But at the same time, it's just like. It's so just a concert is what it is. It's just a concert with a story.
Which
it's
I will.
It's not a musical.
I will say I dislike Andrew Lloyd Webber for this exact reason. Jesus Christ Superstar is widely considered a rock musical, one of the first rock musicals, and I think that's fucking bullshit. It's not rock music. And Andrew Lloyd Webber's been pretending like he's been writing rock music for decades, and he's quoted as saying like, it's amazing that like all these bands have allowed me to make these rock musicals, and I've never been contested by like a rock band before. But you then think back to real rock musicals such as American Idiot or Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson.
School of Rock.
Or School of Nope,
Wait,
because that's also Andrew Lloyd
I
Webber.
know, I'm just making a joke.
But
That's interesting.
yeah, all of the songs they added to School of Rock fucking suck. And here's the thing. It's not rock music. It goes through like a bunch of different genres. It's mostly just a contemporary musical. Because there's some electric guitar in it, but if you listen to like the original recordings of that show, it's just like organs and electrical instruments that they say is rock. And it's not, and it pisses me off. And I remember when I was watching it, I was like, God, they really make Jesus seem like a whiny bitch in this.
Oh yeah, they do.
And I know that fucking the way that Jesus is portrayed in that is he's portrayed as this like pussy who's afraid to die, who never shuts up, and he's always screaming at people.
Yes.
And I don't get it because I'm not religious. But I know that's not how Jesus was. That is written fact. That's not how Jesus existed. So why would you do that?
I don't want to die.
Also,
This
they have a whole
thing
thing-
is
Yeah,
that
he has a
dies.
whole song where he's begging God to tell him how he dies, and he's just complaining all the time. And he's literally like, "I won't heal you. Leave me alone."
Yeah,
Like a text.
sends him to K.
He ghosts him.
There's a whole part where like him and Mary Magdalene have like a little fling, and it's like Jesus was a virgin. Like that man never got his dick touched. Like what the fuck? Like why do they have to put a love story into this thing?
In the Bible.
Like why they put a love story in, but at the same time it's not even clear that it's a love story.
No, she disappears after the first act.
She just randomly.
She's gone.
Yeah, it's.
It's a fling. It's a one-night stand that happened.
Fucking whatever. Also, I didn't know who Mary Magdalene was, and I heard that people were like playing. I heard that Mary was in it, and I assumed the Virgin Mary. And then when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is really fucking incestuous and creepy. But I was just wrong. But, yeah.
Jack, do you have one?
what's
I sure
yours?
do. Let me rack my brain to try and remember it.
Oh no.
But I have many musicals that I fucking hate.
Well, why don't you talk about you hate a specific composer more than any other though? What would
Okay,
you say?
I have a couple. I more than anybody here. I hate things far more intensely. But I remember the musical I was going to mention, and it's probably the most controversial opinion out of them all. And I fucking hate Be More Chill. I think it sucks.
Come on.
I think
it's
Be More
cute.
Chill.
It's cute.
Not.
It's
It's
cute.
if Heathers was boring and everybody was stupid.
Come on, yeah, that's what.
I like two of the songs from Be More Chill, and one of the songs I like from it, I like it because in the middle of it they ad-lib just like that. It makes me lose my shit.
Yeah, to me it's the sort of like post-Hamilton pandering to band kids type musical.
Yeah.
I hear it. Yeah.
Where it's
There's a song called Put on the Pants or something like that.
I don't fucking know.
Two-player game.
I have a two-player game, I know. But I haven't, and also the
Take
song
off
Michael
your
in the
pants.
Bathroom. The song Michael in the Bathroom is the most insincere, pretending to be sincere song
come
ever.
on.
It's just, again, let me recite some of the lyrics to you.
Maybe nostalgia is taking over my brain, but
Michael, who you don't know, Michael flying solo. Another one, which I fucking hate. Michael, who's a loner, so he must be a stoner. It's so fucking lame. Also, it's like 4.5 minutes long.
Drives a PT Cruiser. God, I'm such a loser.
Oh god,
That's
it's
funny.
so bad, and the plot is so stupid.
No, you just hate fucking Mountain Dew Red, man.
What are you talking about?
That's how they cure it.
That's how they cure it, because Mountain Dew Green makes them go, and Mountain Dew Red. I'm being dead serious.
You're proving my point. I don't even know these facts, and it makes me hate it more.
That's in the song after the pants swan.
You're fucking kidding me!
Fuck, it's awful.
Oh, it's so funny.
I
It's so
tried
funny.
watching a bootleg of it, and about like 5 minutes in, I said, "Fuck this!" It was so bad. When that one girl sings the song where she's like, "Musical,
No.
play rehearsal."
Yep.
I love
hate
being
that.
in musicals. Yeah.
I'm just gonna rattle off some of the musicals that I hate that most people love.
Yeah.
I think Something Rotten has good music, but the actual show sucks.
Jack.
The actual, I knew you were gonna say
No
something. Listen to me.
fucking
Have you
way.
seen the actual show?
Yes, it's good.
It's not. It's not.
No, it is.
Every single thing that happens between the songs is so boring and not funny.
Nah, it's
The only good parts are in the songs. I'm convinced they wrote every song first and then filled it in.
didn't build it in. I don't know. I really enjoy.
I
the
hate
musical.
Footloose.
That's fine.
I love the movie is incredible.
I like the song Footloose, but not in the context of the show.
Yeah, because then it skips to there's something going on about the new kid, and it sucks.
See, I didn't even know that, but I know I fucking hated it.
It like blends into the worst song ever. You need to just put this drink somewhere else.
Yeah, Marcus has almost shot liquid out of his nose like 20 times in this
so
recording
funny.
session.
We saw a performance of Footloose, and yeah, you left because it was so fucking awful.
I left halfway, not even halfway through the show, or like at intermission. It was like 2 songs into the second act. It was Let's Hear It for the Boy was playing, and I was like, fuck this. We're leaving.
Right after you left, they were in a diner, and this character sits on a stool, and the stool actually broke on stage. And this isn't anything against the show, but I fucking hate the show, so I'm gonna make fun of it. But the actor who fell on stage stayed on the floor and just said his lines, and nobody said anything about him falling. Nobody like fixed it or anything. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing because
That's wonderful.
Because if you were truly acting, you would implement that into your acting and said, "Ah, shit, I fucking fell."
If you knew anything about it.
Wait, was he like down because he was like hurt?
No. The chair fell, and he like laid on his back and like with his head up, and he was talking to the other characters that were
He
standing
just thought
behind
like
next
this
to him.
would be a funny moment.
Was it?
No,
I wasn't there. I don't know.
His face grew bright red, and then as he walked off stage, he said, "Fuck."
Also, there's these like 2 or 3 characters I don't remember. It doesn't matter who like are the
like friends of the main girl, whose character I also don't remember. I just know Ren. That's the only character name I know.
I don't
But they were so fucking annoying in the show.
Yes.
To the point where one time the stage was completely empty. A song had just finished. And those characters start walking on, and someone from behind us goes, "Oh God!" That's so
bad.
It was so
They were
fucking
all
funny.
singing different fucking pitches the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, it was garbage. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: I will say the one good thing about that show is the arrangement of "Holding Out for a Hero" is really fucking cool.
Yes.
But also, it's not that different from the actual song, so it's still a fucking garbage musical.
Yeah.
I had another one. Oh, I think Dear Evan Hansen's fine. It's okay.
I enjoy it.
Jack.
I don't love it.
What?
It's a good musical.
It's okay.
Fuck off.
You're telling me you're gonna go to a
You
show and the
hate
first
everything.
song is called "Anybody Have a Map"? That first song sets the tone for the rest of the show, and that tone is, wow, I expected this to be better.
And the rest of the show is Dora.
Waving through a window repeats the same line. Waving through a window repeats the same metaphor about 80 fucking times.
Yes,
And it's awful.
that is true. I do think "Words Fail" is a very touching song,
Yeah.
but then you
Actually don't
remember
like that
that a couple songs before it is called "To Break in a Glove." And the first line in that song, if you recall, if you listen to the recording, it's so fucking funny. It's literally Ben Platt just saying, "This glove's really cool, wow." And also, they talk about how to break in a baseball glove.
Okay, amazing
that's-
show. Why are you complaining? I mean,
And they describe like you have to put like shaving cream in it and fold it and leave it under your bed for like a night.
Yeah, that's what O.J. Simpson did.
That's not. What? We were talking about O.J. Simpson like 40 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, because it's a glove.
Shut up. But anyway, for those of you who haven't played baseball,
I played baseball for 3 years. I never did that.
that's not how you break in a glove. You just hit it a bunch of times.
That's exactly what I
That's it.
did.
You just throw a baseball in it over and over again. And it's so fucking lame. It's okay. Again, the show's okay. The message is good, I guess.
I agree. Yeah.
But it's just it could have been so much better. And here's the thing. Pasek and Paul, the guys who wrote that, and they've written so much better things. They wrote Dogfight.
Oh, Dogfight's great. Yeah.
And that show got so popular for absolutely no reason, if I'm quite honest.
It's just it resonates with like the like depressive crowd.
Yeah, I understand that.
And theater kids, that goes with it.
theater kids are the depressive
But there's
crowd.
better shows. There's shows that do that way better.
I entirely agree.
Just listen to Lifeboat. It's so much better.
Oh yeah, Lifeboat is really good.
Lifeboat condenses that entire message in that show into a much better song.
I'm gonna name off a couple of bad musicals in my opinion. If you'd like to chip in on any of them, feel free. I'm not gonna go into deep on any of these, but starting off with Six.
Really?
I don't like that musical at all.
I've heard a couple of things. You don't know? You guys don't know what Six
Huh? What? No.
is? Wow.
Nah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't know what Six is.
Come on, yeah, I'm like
Six
the worst theater
is-
person here.
what is it?
There's
It's
like
like
30 of the musicals we've talked about. I don't
It's
know.
about King George and his 6 wives.
Yes.
That is funny.
But the music is not anything you would ever expect.
No.
It's not a rock musical. It's like a pop musical. It's like a pop techno musical. But people love this show. I personally think that the songs are kind of bad. But other than that, I don't know anything about it.
I used to listen to it. I do like one song from it, but it just got so fucking old.
Yeah.
And it's nothing really to know. Anyways, Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Oh, fuck, that show is so bad.
Gosh.
I remember seeing someone on Facebook years ago say that it was so good, and like they were so surprised at how good it actually was.
It's called
And then I
The
listened to
Delusional Human.
the first song called like "The Day I Got Expelled," and
What?
after every like chorus, you hear the character, and I hate it when musicals do this, like a little sting at the end of the chorus, and he goes, "The day I got expelled," every single time, and it's so bad. The musical's so bad.
I couldn't sit through any of the fucking songs. I tried. I literally tried.
And the guy from fucking Be More Chill's in it, so I guess he's just gravitated towards
Yeah.
shitty musicals.
oh man.
I think this one's called Ghost. It's a musical where there is this girl's dead husband. I
It's
think
based on the movie,
movie,
Ghost,
yeah.
with
Oh,
Patrick
whatever.
Swayze,
Yeah.
and I think Demi Moore. Doesn't matter.
It's not good.
No, the music's bad. There's one really good song about the dead.
That's always it
husband.
seems to be like there's
Yeah,
like
it's always
these shitty musicals, but there's one good
Listen,
song.
every bad musical has one good song.
That is-
Well, it's because they write that one good song and then they go, let's make a musical around this song. You know, let's,
and then it's way overplayed, and then you're like, yeah, this musical's definitely bad.
yeah.
Most good musicals, in my opinion, only have like 4 great songs at most. Like, I don't listen to most songs in musicals ever. I only listen to like a select few.
I don't know, American Idiot's got some pretty good songs in it.
It does.
Yeah.
Why did you point at me like that?
Because that's true.
It is true. It's one of the exceptions.
Wait,
I've been listening to Green Day since I was 4 years old.
Did you like side note, did you like American Idiot, like the musical?
I fucking love American Idiot. I think the story is a little forced at
Okay.
parts.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I
But,
agree with that one right
You
there.
want to know a fun fact?
Yes.
My dad wrote
Once again.
a version
American
of that.
Idiot.
He wrote a whole treatment of the script for American Idiot.
You're lying.
No, and he sent it to like their agents and whatever, and they responded like, "This is really great, but we're going a different direction." And apparently, some of the things in that script they then used in their next album after American Idiot, 21st Century Breakdown.
What?
Like a couple like lines or like metaphors.
It's pretty sick.
That is
It
really
is
cool.
fucking sick.
Yeah, that's really cool.
But yeah, it's it's a fun fact. My dad used to do some pretty cool stuff, but that's for another podcast or not. I don't know.
Oh, we should definitely have a podcast about how we talk about our parents.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're not listening to
We
this.
should have one where we dox our parents.
We dox and swat our family.
Oh my god, it'd be so fun.
Our next video, us swatting our family challenge.
Yeah, gone wrong.
Gone sexual.
All right, I got one more musical to talk about, and I will go into detail on this one. It's called Secret Garden.
Hey, whoa,
It is
okay.
no, it's boring. It's so boring.
Yeah, you saw it with me, didn't
Yeah, it's so boring.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have never seen or heard anything from Secret Garden.
Secret
Okay.
Garden is fucking dog shit. Let me tell you. There could be 2 or 3 good songs in the show. I will admit to that, but sadly, the version of the musical that I saw did not have good leads.
No.
Damn.
I sat through it and I paid I paid a lot of attention to it because one of my best friends was in the show.
Yeah.
Whom of which later I dated.
Anthony.
You don't have to say that.
You really
I
don't.
think it's funny.
Why? Where's the punchline?
I don't know.
This person exists.
But my-
and then I
And
kissed
I
them.
dated
See,
them.
I get women, guys.
my point is that why I brought into that. And my point is that I really cared about this musical. I really cared to pay attention to it.
That's fair.
And
To impress a girl.
no. Anyways, fuck. It was so goddamn boring. I wanted to fall asleep like 90 times. I've never fallen asleep in a musical. A fucking musical?
No, yeah.
I've never fallen asleep in a live production.
Never,
No,
never.
right?
And I was this close, like 9 times, and I had people with me who, by the way, were kind of talking, and I was just so close to passing the fuck out.
So I was in this musical at Arizona Broadway Theater, and I personally
Doxed yourself.
censor that. Anyways, I personally, I very much enjoyed this musical, but that may partially be because I was getting money to be in this musical. However, at the same time, I mean, the thing I really like about it, it's a bunch of characters with accents. You know, there's a character that has a whole like kind of Irish style song about like a whole Irish jig song, and like there's all of the characters are just like very well-rounded characters. So it's unfortunate that the production you saw was not them not being very good, because if it's done with like really good actors, I believe it's a great production.
You might be right about that. There were a couple of characters that really just rubbed me the wrong way because their accents would not stay and they'd switch.
Yeah.
Most of them switched to British for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's a bunch of accents in the show, and they do them wrong, that can
Yeah.
fuck the whole thing.
It absolutely can.
So, which is why it's like if you see that show, you have to make sure it's like a really good version.
A brief overview of the synopsis. There's a girl. She gets adopted, correct?
So here, I'll give a brief overview.
Thank you.
So there's a girl who lives in India in the 1800s. Her parents both die of the plague, so she ends up getting adopted by her uncle who lives in Northern Ireland, I believe. Either that or like Scotland.
I think it's Scotland.
It's one of those two. But she ends up going to live with them in this massive castle. Her aunt, her uncle's, who is a hunchback, her uncle's wife ended up. That's important because he ends up hiding and he hates being seen by people because he's a hunchback. But his wife ended up dying years before, and she had this garden that she loved that he locked away after she died. And so it's about this girl and kind of the spirits that haunt this place, but not really about the ghosts. It's more of about her discovering who she is, while her uncle is also trying to her uncle's brother is trying to take their fortune and stuff like that, and it's a lot of weird things.
I'm siding with those. This sounds boring as fuck.
See,
I mean, it's
an acquired taste.
When
It's
we
a
watch the
classical musical.
when we watch the musical, the uncle, and I'm sure that this is the director's fault, made it to seem that the uncle was interested in the cousin or the fucking niece or whatever the fuck
little
she is.
girl?
The little girl.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
What?
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
What?
Yeah.
Director?
And to be fair, the words, the script, the way it's written, can be easily interpreted that way. And I know that because I've held the script in my hands and I've read it. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It just, if they had different blocking, it would have been a lot better. But anyways.
I think that is not something. That's not the type of musical that I would want to see. Just because
it's boring as shit.
I like musicals that have like at least one fast-paced song, and that I might eat my words in the future. But like I like fast-paced musicals. I like stuff with like a lot of shit happening. The Secret Garden kind of just seems like vibes.
Yeah,
The only
that is what it
the
is.
only Secret Garden reference that I enjoy is from Community, and nothing else
Funny.
is enjoyable.
My biggest problem with that show is the fact that they put so much into this that you don't know what the fuck is happening.
I don't
half the
care
time.
by the time.
And that's a good point because it's so boring and dry.
I am going to take that exact point you just fucking made and bring it to another one.
Okay.
Which is Into the Woods.
Oh boy.
See,
Into the Woods. Here's the thing. Into the Woods Junior is a better show than Into the Woods. It never fucking happens. Always the junior shows are much like it's always just condensed and rushed, and they're usually not as good.
and they can't say the fuck word.
Yeah, they can't say fuck.
Do they ever say
wrong
fucking
with that?
in Wicked?
No,
Sorry,
why
Into
would
the
they?
Woods? Why did I say
Into the Woods. No, Wicked's incredible. Anyway, Wicked's one of the ones where you have to watch it.
Yes.
Because if you just listen to it, you're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
Oh,
heard. I was worried about that.
Actually, I started off with Wicked by listening to it when I was younger, and I very much enjoyed the soundtrack.
But you were
My
young.
mother used to play it all the time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a nostalgia thing. But again, I've seen that show twice live, and it's fucking amazing.
I can't
But
wait.
anyway,
I'm gonna watch it.
yeah, next time it comes to Gamage when
COVID stops.
the world opens.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha.
Maybe this will finally end its
It might
tour.
just.
Yeah.
But anyway, Into the Woods, the junior version, it's literally just the first act. It ends after the first act.
Huh.
Because do you know anything about Into the Woods, Marcus?
Is it like a bunch of stories? Or?
Yes, it's Cinderella, it's the baker,
Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood, and Jack and the Beanstalk,
And
basically.
Rapunzel.
And Rapunzel, some sort of.
Yes. Okay.
Rapunzel's the one that's like the subplot.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's super fucking long. It's like a 4-hour long show,
Yeah.
and probably less. It's probably like 3, but still, it's
It feels
so
like
long.
4 hours.
It's
long.
too long.
It feels like
3 hours is
Way
too long for me.
It's so long unless there's something super interesting happens, and nothing ever does.
I like falsettos and it's super long, but that's because it's interesting as hell.
Yeah,
and it's
because-
really good music.
Because Falsettos is a show that almost never happens. It's a character-driven musical.
Damn right.
Like an example of a character-driven movie is like Napoleon Dynamite. It's basically the same concept of you're just watching people.
Yeah, it's
a musical.
and also like that musical. There's a lot of like bad shit that happens. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I like stories that like a lot of bad shit happens, and you're like, when is a good shit gonna happen? Like
When is a good shit?
when is a good shit? Like Shawshank Redemption. There's so much bad shit in that movie, and I'm just like, when are they gonna catch a break? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When is the little guy gonna get his library?
Then when he does, he gets beaten up for it.
He do. Anyway,
Nerd.
Christian, have you seen that movie? No. That
seen
is
Shawshank Redemption.
Okay,
is
so
such a fuck.
I know I need to see that movie. I have owned that movie for a long time, but it was just one.
It's
Here's the
in
thing.
your house.
Here's the thing.
Bruh.
It's just been one of those movies that's been just sitting on the shelf for years. And so for you guys at home, I do not watch TV really. Throughout my childhood, I did not watch TV, and I also just haven't really watched many movies in general.
You have to be in the
That's
right mood to watch
I,
Shawshank.
I was a gamer, and then I spent the rest of my time on the internet. I was the biggest loser you can get. So
drives
I don't
pizza
know
Christian.
shit about movies.
I'm gonna interrupt you so you can stop embarrassing yourself.
No, I'm embarrassed. I'm fine with. I am not embarrassed about who I am. Thank you very much. I'm a proud gamer.
I am not a proud gamer. I have been gaming most of my life. I love lore and shit like that, but you'll never see me wear anything gaming related unless somebody bought it for me.
Unless
I don't have any
I'd wear
posters.
Kirby's.
I don't have any fucking merch. Nothing.
I have Kirby slippers.
Fake gamer.
So cool. That's
So
really
much.
cool.
Just in it for the clout. I see how it is.
Okay. Okay, Jack, continue.
What clout? Everybody making fun of him? for
Yeah.
playing the game together? Anyways.
I would make fun of people. I mean, what? No, I didn't.
Anyways, we all paused our game to be here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I actually did.
Oh my god.
So Into the Woods is so boring. The second half, everything goes to shit. The lady giant that who fucking Jack widows in the fucking musical comes down and starts stomping all over the place to find the person who killed her husband.
Yeah.
And it's so boring. It's so long. Half the characters are gone in the second half, and it's just fucking garbage. I hate it, and it shouldn't exist.
Do you remember when we did a musical that was like Into the Forest Grimm, and it was a bunch of short stories?
It wasn't a musical, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
like a one act that you can just buy for like $20.
yeah.
It was really fun.
But it was really good.
I was gonna say
It's
like that's
really good.
that. I think that if you explained to Into the Woods like that to me, I'd be like, oh, it's like short stories. I can focus.
It's
on
not.
that.
They're all connected in some convoluted horseshit way.
It
You don't-
really is.
I don't need that though.
Yeah. Nobody does.
Yeah.
This might be a little bit controversial, but Pippin. I dislike Pippin.
You're right.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I don't mind Pippin the first act. It's a little all over the place, which I didn't really mind because it matched with like the flavor of the show. Like
It's Into the Woods. It's Into the Woods syndrome.
However, the second act completely takes first act and just shits on it, keeps the same characters and just gives them a different fucking plot and just fucks off.
On the contrary, it removes every character from the first act except for Pippin.
Except for Pippin, right. That's what I meant.
And brings in a new character and does this super weird and like backhanded misogynistic like take on Pippin and makes him such an asshole.
Yeah, and it's also kind of depressing as fuck.
It's so depressing. He's like, he can't. The whole point of Pippin is this: the son of Charlemagne can't find a purpose in life, so he runs around doing a bunch of other shit. In the second act, he gets with this woman named Catherine and takes care of her son with her. But it's so boring, and he's like so depressed the whole time, and he hates her. And he's trying to connect with the kid, but the kid doesn't give a shit about it. And then at the end, he completely turns around and is like, no, I want to stay with these people. And then the leading player is like, all right, well, the show's over, everybody.
I liked the leading player in the second act.
Well,
Where was he?
well, okay, here's my thing. So I had read the plot, like the main, like overarching plot line, like because it's a show within a show.
Yes.
And I had read that overarching plot line before I ever saw the show.
It's a show within a show in the most confusing way possible.
Yes. And when I had read that, because I read it beforehand, and I was like, oh, actually, this is really cool. I actually really like this idea. And then I went and I saw the show, and I went, okay, so I saw the like plot of the show within the show, but I did not see where the other plot, like, it was just like barely there, and I was like, oh, come on. Like, I was excited to see that. And
It's like everyone's. It's less a show in a show, like a play on, or like a play goes wrong.
It's less of that. It's not really like that.
It's not really like that. What it really is everyone in the performance is aware that it's a show.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end, and they talk about this grand finale all the time throughout the whole thing, with this like pit of fire and a crown, and it's so nonsense, and it's been widely disputed since the show was first like written in the 70s, and people still don't fucking understand what it is. And I was in it, and I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. And the second act is boring as shit. It's fucking bad.
I will agree.
I think it would have been a lot better if they took the second act, condensed it to like 2-3 songs, and then had a completely different fucking tone to it. Like maybe he goes back to the castle and shit.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some Macbeth shit going on, or not Macbeth, sorry, fucking Hamlet shit going on.
Yes.
I think that would have been a lot cooler, a lot better.
A lot cooler if there was some Macbeth shit going on. I mean, there really is.
Well, I believe it's based on the actual man's life, so I mean...
It's based loosely on Charlemagne's
they were going,
existence.
They were going kind of... Oh, wait, was Pippin not a real...
I don't think a Pippin, in the traditional sense of the show, was a real guy.
But his son...
I know that Charlemagne had sons, and that one of them killed him or not. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's pointless and it's boring. Who cares?
I will say though, I do love Corner of the Sky.
I was gonna say I like Magic to Do. Magic to Do is a really good song. I know it's the intro song, so
it is a
has
good
to
song.
be good.
First act. Really good.
Yeah.
All the songs in the first act are good. Everything else is garbage.
Yeah.
First act is a good job. Second act
Is a
big
big
knob.
knob. Yes.
It's coming back.
I'm so glad this is a staple of the show.
Oh yes.
All right. Let's move on to the surprise segment.
Yeah, we got a surprise.
Would you mind grabbing me that notebook over there?
Oh wow.
So I have a plethora of choices for you. This isn't a guess if it's real or not.
What?
Hell yeah.
First?
This
No.
For the first time, we're changing it up.
No sucking
Wow.
way.
We actually can be
So
creative.
this is insane plot, insane comic book plot lines. So I have 4 here. 3 of them are just very short descriptions. One of them is an extensive description of the most hated comic book story of all time.
Spider-Man.
Yes, it is.
No.
It is a Spider-Man story.
Fuck.
So I think most of us might know these other ones. Yes.
What are we to do? Are we supposed
are you
guess
to
if
do?
It's real or not?
No, I'm going to ask you which one you want to hear first. That's it, because you have no choice. I had this idea while I was at work, and I was refreshing my memory on it by reading the Wikipedia synopsis of the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I need to talk about this whether they like it or not, because it's so fucking crazy.
Wait, Jack, really quick. Did you want to talk about my tweet about...
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I just want to bring up Marcus's Twitter at, what is it?
It's goons_guy. It's I don't like to tell a lot of people, but I'm gonna broadcast it to the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gonna
I just want
broadcast
to
it
talk about
online.
his recent tweet, which made me sick to my stomach. It says, "Whoever made Tide pens, I will give sloppy top."
What?
Lots of his tweets are very similar to it.
It's good.
Tight
I
pins.
used it for the first time and it worked very well.
They smell like shit. They smell like vomit.
You smell like Tide.
Okay. Anyway, so the first one I've got here is a Cap Wolf. Cap Wolf.
Does he lie all the time?
No, what it is.
completely rewrite the character. Let's do it right now.
You are sleeping on my patio. No, Cap Wolf is a different Earth's version of Captain America,
Okay.
who has been given the powers of a werewolf.
No fucking
And
way.
let me tell you, the description of it on the Marvel fandom page is just basically Captain America has the same powers, same super soldier serum as 616 Captain America, except he's also a werewolf. And also, he went to a planet ruled by King the Conqueror for some reason.
Okay.
That's literally what it says. It says
For some reason.
for unknown reason. He's just there.
Yeah.
Is Winter Soldier in it?
I don't know, but there is also another story. All I know is the cover where it's Bucky behind him, and he's saying, no, Cap, you can't eat your shield, or you can't eat your shield, you'll die. And he's just got his shake take a fucking bite out. Another one is Batman number 66 from 1951.
That's the vampire one, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
No.
This is called Joker's Comedy of Errors.
That's me.
In this story, the Joker decides just for fun to start recreating some of history's greatest blunders. But here's the catch. The whole time, he refers to them as boners. And so there is, let me pull up the real quote from this book, because I guess the meaning of boner has changed over the time. Hold on, Batman
It really was a big old boner,
66,
wasn't it?
1951.
Yeah, World War II was such a boner.
Oh, actually, you're gonna have to censor that because YouTube algorithm will. pick
Actual
up that
quote.
word.
So, they laugh at my boner, will they? I'll show them. I'll show
God, I've
them
heard of
how
this.
many boners the Joker can make.
Did you post this on your story one day?
No.
I've totally read that.
No, our friend Caleb told us about it years
Holy
ago.
shit!
Shout out, Caleb, if you're listening.
That was like 6 years ago.
It was fucking so long ago, and I remembered it just for this. Another one is, I don't remember the exact name of the comic book, but the cover depicts Jimmy Olsen, who is Superman's friend,
Okay.
and Robin digging their own graves because Superman and Batman are making them. So the story is that, let me pull up the cover for this as well. The story is that Batman has amnesia and Superman's being controlled somehow, and for whatever reason they just make Jimmy Olsen and Robin dig their own graves until Batman then gets his memory back and is like, oh, never mind, stop it. But let me find
You know what? I don't want you to do that.
it's the cover is so fucking funny. Here's the lines between Batman and Superman. Superman says, "Hurry up with your graves, Jimmy and Robin. I'd finish you myself, but I have a code against killing." And then Batman says, "So I'll do the job, boys." And he's holding a gun.
Why does he? Wait, why? I'm sorry, I missed that. Why does he lose his memory?
It doesn't say. It just says he has amnesia.
It's so convoluted. I hate it.
Big took a little thump to the
Comic
head.
books are really stupid.
I'm so glad that all it takes is one memory loss, and Batman will fucking kill Robin.
Will murder his best friend.
Who was a child.
Yeah. This is Spider-Man the Clone Saga.
Yes.
So I actually have the first and last issue in this whole series. First ever issue from the 70s. So as we all know, Gwen Stacy was killed off in the comics. And the reason they did it was just because they thought she was boring. And they wanted to make Spider-Man sadder. So this character was created called the Jackal, who of course is one of Peter Parker's fucking teachers turned insane because he was in love with Gwen Stacy.
What?
And,
Whoa, what?
Yeah,
Well, he's a pedophile, so he's
for absolutely no reason, dons this green, like literally shit green, like pseudo goblin costume with these big ears and sharp teeth, and this costume is completely useless because all he does is clone Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker, and he makes Peter Parker fight himself. And throughout the whole thing, there's debate on they like keep going back and forth on who's the real Peter Parker. But anyway, long story short, at the end, the Jackal and the fake quote unquote Peter Parker, the fake Peter Parker and the Jackal get buried in a smokestack, and Gwen Stacy just goes on to live her own life. The fake Gwen Stacy just fucks off.
She doesn't have any like social security. Like
No,
people are gonna be like,
yeah.
"Wait, you're alive?"
So
Yeah.
anyway,
She begins to be worshipped for the rest of her days.
Anyway, and so
And
Peter
that-
Parker's
yeah.
like, well, I guess I'm the real Peter Parker because I love Mary Jane. And this Peter Parker was created before he met and fell in love with Mary Jane. And so that's how he decides that he's the real Peter Parker. And he's like, better not check on if this clone's actually dead. I'm just going to leave him in this smokestack. And then he fucks off. Anyway, decades later, in the 90s, they are Spider-Man's low in sales because he's like old and he's married and he's gonna have a kid soon, and so they're like, we need to do something interesting. So they dig up this fucking comic from the 70s and they're like, let's do something with this. So apparently, in the canon, this clone of Peter Parker has been living his own life on the West Coast as Ben Reilly, which is a combination of course, Uncle Ben and Aunt May's maiden name. And he dyed his hair blonde and he calls himself Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider of the West Coast.
Yeah, San Francisco.
Didn't you cosplay as a Scarlet Spider once?
I did.
It's a great cosplay.
It's a fucking awesome, but that's a different costume. This is the famous fully red jumpsuit and cut up blue hoodie,
Yeah.
which is a sick ass costume. But anyway, I fucking love Ben Reilly. The character is so cool looking. He's just Spider-Man, but he's epic, basically.
And blonde.
He's extreme Spider-Man. He's the most 90s Spider-Man. But anyway, it's apparently found out. So Ben Reilly goes back to New York for whatever reason and confronts Peter Parker. And it's found out that the clone of Gwen Stacy and Ben Reilly are not actually clones. What they really are regular people that exist that have been given a drug that makes them a different person. I will repeat, comic books are stupid.
They could have easily just been like, this is just Peter Parker from a different dimension.
They could have
Exactly. They
easily
could've
just
done-
been like, this is a clone.
He's just a clone.
He already was.
But anyway,
Why would they have to do that? Why would they
Yeah.
sidetrack? Why would they go back and fix
So that means
Make it
anyone
more
can be
complicated.
Spider-Man. Like, literally anybody.
exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So Ben Reilly and Peter Parker meet up, and there's dispute again on which one's the real Peter Parker. So they take a sort of DNA test, and it proves that Ben Reilly is the real Peter Parker. So Ben Reilly takes over as Spider-Man, and Peter Parker's able to retire and spend some time with his family.
Mm-hmm.
But then, it's revealed, guess who's been behind it the whole fucking time?
Big wheel.
No.
Fuck.
Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin,
Of course.
who 20 years ago died. He's been alive and convoluting this whole fucking thing. And so apparently he also faked the DNA test that proved that Ben Reilly was the real Peter Parker. And this is proven when Ben Reilly dies and disintegrates into dust. And then Peter Parker's like, I guess I was the whole Peter Parker, the whole time.
Nice.
And that's the end of the
Just
Clone
like that.
Saga.
I don't like that.
But then,
No.
they brought
God.
it back recently a couple years ago.
Oh.
I haven't read any of it, but I'm sure it's just as nonsense.
Yeah.
Everybody hated it. This was supposed to be like a couple issue thing.
Yeah.
This went on for 2 years. They were publishing 4 Spider-Man comics a month for 2 years, and at least one of them, every single month, was this story. Sometimes it was multiple, spanning off into a bunch of different shit. And everybody hated it. They were like, "This is such
I would
bullshit."
hate it too. I would hate it so bad.
I love it. I
Why?
think it's so funny because it's the encapsulation of all ridiculous comic book shit, and it's so funny to me. And I really like Ben Reilly. I think he's a cool character. Also, there's an evil clone called Kane, but which was a failed clone earlier from the Jackal.
I see.
Is that supposed to be a reference to the Bible?
Maybe, I don't fucking know. Is there a person in the Bible named Cain?
Yeah.
How is it spelled?
Kaine.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, maybe.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
C-A-I-N.
he's the one that killed the
N-E.
goblin.
Or C-A-I-N.
Yeah, he killed the
is-
Green Goblin in the Bible.
Yeah, the one that killed the Green Goblin.
Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's the Clone Saga. All right, that's it. That's the surprise segment.
All right, this is good.
Yeah, this was a very successful first time all of us together. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack looks like the Joker.
What?
Real life.
Is it because he's wearing red?
No, he's wearing red, but there's
No.
green inside of
It's
it.
because of the scars.
It's a Foo Fighters shirt.
Where's the green?
You like
It's
it?
a green shirt.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
I
it?
did not see that.
Man.
It's just fucking stupid. The Joker doesn't wear red, also.
The Joker's not real, Jack.
Let him believe.
Does that matter? Anyway, thanks for listening, you guys.
God.
Yeah, this has been Cram Jam
Yeah.
In person.
in person. Cram Jam in person for the first. And
Yeah, we're glad you guys were all here in person with us for this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right behind you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Run.
thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Follow our socials, leave a like and subscribe.
Oh fuck, we forgot that entire bit.
Nah, that's alright.
Follow us at Cram Jam Pod everywhere.
No, cut it right at pizza time.
Pizza time!
Anyway, thanks for listening. See you guys.